was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken around the 12. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, got locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
At the 17-yard line.
Set, 20, set, ready? Gun. Under control.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Newton to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set. Look at it. He's checking.
And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 56 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point hitting the right upright, but it caroms home. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
That's good for a Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tight dog.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, 62 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They fake the give. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Here's Newton, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Let's go. Drive on. Hustle.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Preston. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Newton sliding out of the pocket. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan is showing you.
Again, it's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Off play action. Newton gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there. Second down. He's still having trouble moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, so much for halftime adjustment. Sometimes the best adjustment you make is no adjustment. You just do things better. But in this case, I think an adjustment was in order. They may have to change up and start throwing the ball around a little bit more.
On second down now, Preston. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be third down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Third and long. It's Newton. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Open man there is Malone. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it second and goal.
Ready, ready. Here we go,
Here's Newton. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys have now moved out in front.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice. For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now on first down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun on third down, Murray. And he finds Daniels. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, Jackson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On second and 11 now. Murray, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Switch it, come on, switch it. Check three.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Complete, it's Johnson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action, Newton. That is caught by Cohen. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run on first down. Preston. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home,
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flushed out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, come on, come on, Mike's with the
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
On first down, Jackson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On third down, Murray. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They come out here in the eye. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Murray on the sneak, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Now a give, right side. Preston. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to him on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flush to his right. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Johnson. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 52. Put it to check, cover. Put it to check, cover. Fast. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Watch the curl.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Bang. Short. 57
Shotgun now from Murray. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
1st down, Saints.
Ready. Kill.
Now it's Newton. Being chased out left. But he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chandler Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Good. Check it out.
Now Newton. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check 15. Check 15. Great. Check 26.
They snap it to Newton. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On second down, this is Jackson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Cardinals, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here.
Tell the risk I was never